Hey, people under the sun. That means you, because every person that's living should live under the sun. Alright, so today in this video I'm going to talk about my views of algorithm, trading, the world of quant, and the importance of using pure math to be able to develop algorithms and trading models and trading strategies. First, let me say this. To be a real successful trader that is trading, I don't think you should copy other people's strategies. Real profitable traders are the ones that innovate and go out and create new things, new twisted way of creating models. Yeah, that's all I'll say. That to be really successful. Not buy some little shiny product you spend thousands of dollars and that's going to make you a trader. If you do that and follow that path, or use what I call push button technology, where you're expected to make you a millionaire the next day, when the market turns, you'll get wiped out. A good example is a friend of mine put money into Brazil with this Russian, or this plane getting shot down in Ukraine. Just that one event, he lost $70,000. So I think you got to be a little more cognizant of what's going on out there and being able to predict what goes on in the market. So that's where the math comes in. And I'll just say this about math, and I keep saying about data and math and numbers. They don't lie. They just don't lie, okay? We build airplanes, we shoot people off to the moon, and we drive cars on bridges based around two things: physics and math. All right. So I'm here on the Khan Academy, and for those that don't know, I've been relearning my math from skills of over 25 years ago from high school. And I'm trying to get reacquainted with these principles. These are so important to trading, because all the models and all the strategies you come across are based, again, around models. So I'm what I call a math study. I've gone through linear algebra, pre-algebra, probability, differential calculus, arithmetic, trigonometry, pre-calculus, algebra, integral calculus, algebra 2. Okay, so these are things I'm doing now. I post them on my website on the Quant Elite section for all my members that are part of that. So that's cool. I can build mathematical principles. How do we go about it? What are the best flows? So let me show you what I think is the best way, and it's a little pricey, but for the productivity you get out of it, and I'll tell you why right now. Hey, why not? Okay, so over the last 3 and a bit years, I've looked at all the different ways of basically building models and how to go about doing it. What's the best workflow? Do you do it in R? Do you do it in Python? Do you hand code it in C++ because your professors tell you it's the fastest language on the planet? I say, yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, I look at ease of use and get you, as I call, quickest to market. You got a trading idea, what's the quickest way to get to market? You read something in a research paper, you like the algorithm, and you want to code it up. How do you go about doing that without hand coding it and keeping your hair on your freaking head? Well, this is how I look at it, and from the best analysis that I've seen, MATLAB is the best way to go about it. Again, I'm not sponsored by MathWorks, the vendor behind MATLAB. I just like the product. I like the product so much I call it my girlfriend, because I like to spend so much time with it. Any girlfriend would be jealous of that, but what do we care? Let's talk about it. So I have 2 workflows that I've analyzed over the years. And what I'm finding to get, again, quickest to market with a trading idea, even if you're not a real programmer, this is a really powerful way of doing it. So within MATLAB, there's different environments. There's MuPad and Simulink that I'm going to talk about in a minute. So I'll put these 2 links in the video link. But these are the recent videos that I've researched and posted, which I think is really important. But let me just show you the most recent one, which was a while back. So what we're doing is we take a product, MuPad, and we basically develop it through scientific numerical notation. And then from that we can generate custom MATLAB M functions. Okay, there's a methodology I show how to do that. From that we can then enter into the lovely world of Simulink, and be able to visually, let me repeat that, visually build a systematic model. Now, what is a systematic model? We're talking how to acquire data, if it's in real time or if it's importing it from a flat file. You can do it this way. They also have some other things within Simulink called stateflow. You can build logic and be able to visually build, no different than what we used to do in high school, flowcharts. What our data does. What happens if we meet this sort of condition? Make a stateflow chart around stuff like that. That could include your trading indicators, your trading logic, maybe some kind of event or a trigger of some kind. But this can all be done visually, okay? And that is the power of stateflow. And the beautiful thing is that when you use a MATLAB M function that is generated again from UPad, this is very powerful stuff, really powerful. But it doesn't stop there. Once you build and finish off your systematic model done in Simulink, there's 3 steps really. There's your inflow, which is your data. How do you acquire the data? Again, it can be real time or it can be from a flat file. Okay, so you build a systematic model, your algorithm, basically, a set of a combination of algorithms or whatever. But the powerful thing is that's all done visually. And the other powerful thing is on the outflow, which is your trading signal. Maybe it's an order management system that will take the order and put the order through your broker. We've got all that in place, folks. We've got all that part as a quant elite. I'm not here to push the quant elite on you. I'm just trying to show you the logic of how this thing builds. Now, the other powerful thing I love about Simulink, now this is the unfortunate part. If you do decide to get the home edition of MATLAB, you can go all the way up to this step for no more than $1,000. Yes, you can get MATLAB UPad. Yes, you can generate your MATLAB M functions. And yes, you could probably get your Simulink. But this is where MathWorks say, nah, we want you to pay from this point on. Well, if you do decide to go down this path, and you have what they call the Simulink coder, or the HDL coder, or whatever they call it. I got lots of videos on it. You're able to generate C or C++ code. Let me repeat that. C++ code from all these steps above. Okay? Not only that, if you decide, for whatever reason, you decide you want to go the FPGA route for the ultra lowest latency, for the fastest possible way of trading, in other words, high frequency trading, you can go this path as well and use the HDL language and code generate these steps, your systematic trading model, and generate HDL or C++. Now, as part of the Quant Elite Academy, or whatever you want to call it, we've got steps to implement this code into our environment, what I call our trading components, be it how we can import data from real time. In our case, we use IQFeed, and we can execute trades through interactive brokers. Hey, wherever you live, interactive brokers can be used. That is the power of all this stuff, and it can all be done visually. Now, I'll show all the steps, and you can go through that, and that's how I think is the best way, and I still do. So what I thought was, I'm in my Python mode. I want to see what's the equivalent out there of Python that can use this workflow. Again, this is algorithm development. This is model development, the quickest way to get to market. We're not using push button stuff. We're not hand coding stuff from scratch. But let's see, what does Python bring to the table? So I've done some searches, Python Simulink, this one, Python MuPad. So let's take a look at the world of Python. Now again, I'm not really work with Python, but everyone's going on about this IPython and the systematic notes, okay? And then there's this set of options of Octave as the open source way of getting things done. I don't think you really need to use Octave. I really don't. But there are some other options, commercial options. Again, my question to you is, if you're going to use other options outside of MATLAB, why would you use them? MATLAB, MuPad, Simulink does all that for you. Okay, and I think it's the fastest way, the easiest way, the cleanest way, and the most advanced and mature way of doing it versus all these other products. So this link led me to this thing from Wolfram. what's it called? It's part of the Mathematica. And I've gone into arguments with people about Mathematica versus MATLAB. Well, MATLAB's still the way to do it. That's how I look at it. Everyone, it's a free world. You can do it how you want it, how you want to do it. Doesn't matter to me, but I like my MATLAB and all the other cool stuff that comes with it. So Wolfram's got this thing called a system modeler. They go blah, 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 all the comparison of Simulink versus system modeler, Maple Sim. And yeah, you know, that's all cool, but guess what? You come to the bottom, and this is what scares me. I thought this was an open source thing, and I could be great, I don't know. But as soon as I see this, try now, buy upgrade, I'm lost. I've lost interest in this product. But hey, go out and use this. Now, some of the other things that I've seen, this is an interesting link. I'll put this again on my blog. SciPy versus symbolic math toolbox. Now, that's a symbolic math toolbox for a MATLAB. Now, I don't really, I'm not too concerned about this comparison, but just to be fair, MuPad is part of this product, the symbolic math toolbox. Done. So there's this comparison, you know, you can use IPython and all this other stuff. I have no idea how it works, but I can talk about MATLAB. But the one thing is the MuPad and blah, 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 similar, and it's free, free, free. I get that. Yes, 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 no doubt. And this is very interesting because this is what I'm going to assume you get from the symbolic math toolbox, and you can get the same kind of output from this SymPy. So I'm going to take a look at it for sure. But I do think I'll still be leaning towards MATLAB in itself, just because it's just I like it. I don't know what more to say about it. Now there was another link I wanted to point out. I don't know where it is. Sorry, I'm a real professional here. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, what Python, R, and all those other languages don't have is Simulink. And Simulink is so powerful, so mature, tightly integrated with the FPGA board manufacturers Altera and Xilinx. So, you know, this is probably how I see it from an algorithm development point of view. We've talked about my view of algorithms and the importance of being innovative. This is the path I choose, I think. But I will investigate Python and see how I feel about it outside of the other video. So I just want to put this video how I feel about pure algorithm, pure math, how it's applicable to the world of trading and especially quant research and quant trading, as well as automated trading, and how you go about building these type of models and the tools that are out there, MATLAB, R, and Python. They're interesting, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable using this particular workflow here that I mentioned with the MuPad, generate your M function, drop it in your Simulink, quite possibly generate C code, create your DLL, and then drop it into all this stuff that I have as part of the quantity. Up to you. You choose. Again, please comment away. I'm very interested to hear what people say. Again, I'm not saying Python is the worst. It's absolutely not. I mean, I think this link alone makes it an amazing product and an amazing tool. But again, I just say for myself, I like the looks of this this path. And yeah, you could probably do it for $1,000 for the home edition, but unfortunately it stops here. But for that extra bit of cost, and you're not a coder in C++, let's say, or even HDL, and you were to go out and hire somebody to do it, pay them even on a full-time basis, this option is still a lot cheaper, believe me. Even though if it costs a bit of money, like let's say 10 grand, 15 grand. I'm just saying. And I'd still put that kind of investment versus like relying on another coder. On the other hand, or the other path is to get really good at these languages, C and C++, which I'm fortunately able to do, but a lot of people don't have that as an option. So just trying to open up people's eyes here on all this stuff. Okay? hopefully they'll help you out. But again, I encourage you. You hate on whatever, man. I want to hear what your opinion is on all this. Thanks, especially when it comes to building trading models. Later.